Hello my friend, welcome in a new tutorial. In this tutorial we talk about how we can use Vite for asset binding. As you know, the Vite is attached to the Laravel project from the Laravel 9.15. The Vite is here, introduction Vite. Vite is a modern front-end build tool that provides an extremely fast development environment and bundles your code for production. When building application with Laravel, you will typically use the Vite to bundle your application CSS and JavaScript files into the production. In this tutorial, I create before this project. By this project, I will show you how we can use Vite to binding JavaScript like this and CSS file here, and how we can binding asset like image into our project. So in this tutorial, this tutorial will be amazing tutorial because we use Tailwind CSS as an entry point for Vite instead of Bootstrap. Tailwind CSS, the modern framework, it's fast and very powerful for creating modern web applications. So in this tutorial we use Tailwind CSS as an entry point for Vite, and we will integrate Tailwind CSS with Vite for creating this page, this beautiful page by and we remove the JavaScript tag and the link of the CSS file. So follow me to create this project again. So I created in this editor a new laravel project, this blank project, and for activating the Vite, we need to check if the Node.js installed in our computer or not. I before installed the Node.js, but in the documentation of Laravel, you can see here in the Laravel, for check if the Node.js installed in your computer or not, we need to use this command. So I go to the VS Code here, to the PHP Storm, and check this node and -v, I think. My Node.js 18.30. If you want to install Node.js, you can go here in this page and download the latest version. I suggest you download these installer windows, 32 bits or 46 bits, or your computer is Mac or Linux also. Here add the links for download Node.js. So after that, we in the documentation say, after we check our Node.js installed in our computer, we check npm. I think npm version 9, so I check it again. I say npm -v, and I think is 9 point. Let's check it now, because 18 Node.js have 9 PM version. Yes, the 9.49.4. So after that, in the documentation say, let me go to the documentation, we need to install npm. So we go to the editor and install, copy this, execute this command and copy this, and go to the editor and paste it. It will be installed for us npm, paste. Where is paste, and hit enter. It takes me a bit of time. It will install npm in our project. Many package will be installed in our project. Yes, project 1889 package installed in our project. After that, we need to go here, and in this Vite config will create in our project. You can see here in our project here, Vite config, this important file, this created for us. After that, we go to the package, and here we go, this Vite now ready for work. The next step, we will integrate Tailwind CSS to the Vite. I say before, the Tailwind CSS entry point for Vite. So I go to the Tailwind CSS, and here I go to the installation. Here, framework guides. Tailwind CSS have opportunity to integrate with Next.js, Laravel, and other framework for creating front-end. So because our project is Laravel, so we go to the Laravel, and here it say create a new project, Laravel. We are, as you know, we created this project. So we started from the step 2, install Tailwind CSS. We will copy this first in first step, Control C, and go to the here in command line, Control V, and hit enter. It will be create file for Tailwind CSS in our project. You can see here created this file here. After that, we need to go to the next step in the here and copy this command, Control C, Control copy, and go to the editor and paste it here. It take many time for installing some package. Yes, install the 20 package. After that, we need to go again and copy this content, this three address, three URL, Control C, and go to this file, Tailwind config CSS. It created for us. So I say copy and go to the here, and in this config CSS, I will copy here, is copied here in the content model, yes, Tailwind CSS. After that, I go to the here and copy three base, copy this base, and add this three base in the this file, resources CSS app CSS. I go to the here and go to the resources and CSS and app CSS. Yes, these are pasted here. After that, we need to run dev. This will be added Tailwind with this integrate Tailwind CSS to Vite and complete our project. So I go to the editor, and here I add the new terminal and say npm run dev and hit enter. Yes, it work, create for us, run for us dev and Vite. Our work is ready. As you know, if we go to our project in the VS Code, in the PHP Storm, I create here a new blade page. You can see there are the link of the bootstrap and the tag of JavaScript. By using Vite, all this tag and all this link will be removed from our page, and our page will be clean and very beautiful without this link. So I go here and I will remove this, all this tag from our project, and I will also remove all this here from here, and let me remove this again, and this also. Our project will be clean. For using Vite, we need to add this URL. Let me go to the tail CSS. We need to add this URL in our project in the hit section. So I copy this from here and add in top our project end of the heat here after title. Control V. This in this address will be use CSS and all JavaScript tag. It play a role of link of CSS and tag of JavaScript, like only this the Vite also. So after that we need to run dev and new so I create a new terminal and refresh our project again. For example, if I add here a button, for example, button, and add the class and for example BG background, for example this amber, and before I create a route here in the web route, I create this route Vite, which call this page I work at this page. So let me refresh our project and show you how Vite and Tailwind CSS work together and create for us amazing project. Go to the browser, and here in this I will refresh it again. You can see this work. No work fine. Let me go to the here in the PHP store. As you can see here, I forgot to add the name for this button. For if I name it, for example, button, and refresh our project again. Let me refresh project again. Yes, this is a button. You can see this is a button created. So for add some attributes from the CSS, I work on the button now. I go to the VS Code and use the Tailwind CSS for creating the add some attribute, CSS and attribute for this. So I say for example 2 for create some space from this button, and select this and refresh our project again. You can see here, yes, it will remove it. So if I add some padding for this button and create this button, beautiful button, so I go to the VS Code and say here a px, for example 8 and px8 and py, for example, where is py? Py and py, for example 4, and it make it rounded full, for example, for this rounded full, you can see a change may happen or not. Yes, this button is work. I make mistake in rounded, add D. I like to this blue. I like blue color, blue. A blue 700, for example. I remove the 60 and I refresh our project again. You can see I get text with be white, so I go to here and say here text white, and px, for example, 14, and refresh again. I make some mistake. I go here and say text it white here, white, and refresh our project. Yes, the py is not fine. py4 and px 14 dash. Refresh and see. Yes, this button. You can see here how we can use style when the CS and how the US Tailwind CSS very simple and very effective in using. So if I add hover for this button, for example, in this project, so I go to the in here and say hover, for example, and colon, and say bg, for example, this, and I make it, for example, 400, and I refresh our project. I try to show you how you can see this hover, this JavaScript action, and this CSS action attribute. So after that, I show you how we can add some asset like image in our project. So for accomplish this, I will download some image. For example, I go here. I have some image here in our, for example, download. I think in download I some image here. I have image, not image. I have not image. Download this. What is image? No, I have not. I will download this image here. So I download the new image. I go to the browser, and here I say, for example, Judy, and image. I download this image. For example, I use this extension. This extension will download any image we need. So I go here and download this. Download. Yes, download. And show in folder. I think this. Okay, copy. For adding any image in our project, we go to our project in the source code. Our project, I think, is drive E and ABC and Vite demo or Vite. What is the name of our project? Here, our project will complete Vite demo. I go here in Vite demo here, and in the resources and image. No, in the Vite, I think no, resources, not this project. Tailwind CSS. Let me response object. Let me recognize. Okay, I find our project, this resources image tailor, this page. We will show this image in our project by using Vite and Tailwind CSS and make some change for this image for create this image beautiful and user friendly, as you know. So I go to our project here in this Vite page, and here I create a new div for div, and in this div I add the image and the resource for adding any assets or like image in our project. We use this markup, so I double calibrated, and Vite and colon and asset, this and this parenthesis and a URL of this image. This image will store it here in the resources image and this name of the image. So I say resources, I think resources, yes, and slash images. After that we named it tailor dot gpg. Asset, you can see Vite colon asset and resources and this URL of the image. I go to the refresh our project here in this hello world. Yes, it refreshed. I add some margin for this image, so I go to the back our project, and here I add a class, and in this class m for example 2, this for add some space. I go back to the fresh, you can see this, yes, remove it. So I add some attribute. For example, I rounded this, you can see here. So I say I make change in the width or the y. For example, I go here and add here for example rounded class. I add the class here class, and for example rounded, for example 3xl or this, and refresh our project. Can see not work because we must add the rounded in the image tag. So I go back in the VS Code and the rounded, remove, and here add the class and say rounded for example full. So you can see here, and refresh our project again. You can see, you can see in this project I show you how we can integrate, how we can use Vite to bundle CSS and the JavaScript file. You can see here in our project, here you can see our project, not any link of CSS file and not any JavaScript tag here. Our page very clean. And how we can integrate Tailwind CSS as entry point for Vite for make beautiful front end for our project. You see here in this project using attribute of Tailwind CSS very easy and very beautiful and very powerful. I think enough for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope I can see you again. Thank you.